So Sean Dyche has done his presser ahead of the Fulham game as Forest will travel there Monday night. Welcome to the preview. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to the preview as Forest will take on Fulham on Monday night. Coming up, we're going to go through all the injuries. We'll put together a predicted lineup. We'll talk tactics, and there are a lot of players missing for Fulham as well, so we'll cover all that off. So if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new, and check out the sponsors of today's video. You guys love them. It's football prizes. Have a look at all these Forest prizes you can win. You can win the 2 hospitality tickets for Forest versus Liverpool coming up in a few weeks time. You can win this one, Amari Hutchinson signed frame shirt. And then do one, up to you if you want that one. But this is the one I want to show you guys. This is completely free to enter. So you can win either the home kit, the away kit, or the third kit just by simply entering here for free. So go scan the QR code that is down there as I'm pointing. And or click on the link that's pinned in the comments. And let's jump into the video. Okay, so some injury news update for you. So Chris Wood, still recovering on the grass, but not yet in full training. What are the words of Sean Dyche today on Cristiano Woodini? I almost forgot he still played at Forest. So I don't know if we're definitely not seeing him before Christmas, like I would say, at least not starting for Forest. On Ola Aina, he says about halfway through his progress, he's training more regularly, but Dyche is being cautious due to the long-term nature of the injury. Now, again, remember, he still needs to be re-registered, so he can't be re-registered until January. On Douglas Luiz, he said he's looking a lot better and has completed several days of hard training. Now, there is a lot of dark clouds looming over Douglas Luiz. I've done a bonus video over on Patreon, so if you want to check out all the details on Douglas Luiz, I've done a bit of digging on there. It's over on the Patreon. Shout out to all our Patreonees over there. So those were the main ones he was talking about when it came to injuries. In essence, the rest of the squad is okay. Matz Sels, he didn't actually specifically talk about him, but I got a quote out saying that Matz Sels is touch and go ahead of the Fulham game. I thought John Victor was fine. Okay, he wasn't tested against Spurs. I mean, whoever is tested against Spurs, but Matz Sels will be touch and go on this one. And outside of that, he's got a full team to look at. Now, in terms of Fulham, they have some key players that are missing, but this game I think is way more significant because if Forest do win this game, we can finally start to move up the table. It feels like, okay, cool, we've had all these wins, but what has it meant? Pretty much nothing because we haven't moved at all in the Premier League. But now, if we do beat Fulham, we definitely move at least one place, which is great news, right? But Fulham have some players missing, so they've got, I would say it's almost 3 of their starters are off to AFCON. So let's have a look. Who went for them? I've gone blank on them. You've got Iwobi, who's gone. You've got the centre-back as well, if I'm not mistaken. He'll have gone as well. And there's one other who would have gone. Chabasi's gone, that's it. And Chukwueze as well. So they're the 3 that have gone. So they're missing a centre-back. Iwobi's kind of been playing in this 8 position in their 4-2-3-1, and then Chukwueze, he's been playing on the left wing for them. So this is a good opportunity for Forest, who have just lost Sangaré and Boly. And I say just lost. Sangaré's been amazing. By the way, Dyche was praising him again in the presser. I think like the net positive is in Forest's favour on the AFCON question when it comes to Forest versus Fulham. So I think Forest can go into this with a bit of, a little bit of chest on it. Now, we are 2 points behind Fulham, who are sitting 14th in the table. If Forest were to win, that would put us level on points with Bournemouth, but they got Burnley anyway, so you'd expect them to win that, even though they haven't won in like 10 games. Hold that, Bournemouth. So it really puts us back in the mix. And this is the point I want to make on the video today. This, for me, it's a must-win game, but not really a must-win game. Do you get what I'm saying? Really takes us miles away out of the relegation fight. I think West Ham have got Man City away. You've got Leeds are playing Crystal Palace now. Crystal Palace are playing in Europe tonight. Crystal Palace have never won a game post a European night this season so far. Maybe they make a change there, or maybe Leeds, who have actually been playing quite well, continue on their upward trend. So this puts us away from that bottom three potentially, because you would expect West Ham to lose. If we were to win this one, you're now looking at 8 points clear of West Ham. Okay, so that's a big margin. That's why I feel this is important. And then we can stop talking about this R word and start talking about, can we fight back ourselves back into a top 10 spot, a European spot? You know, a bit like we did under Cooper. Went from bottom to promotion. All right, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but you get my point, right? So that's kind of where I wanted to start with things. Now, what I want to do as well is run through a potential team sheet, because there is going to have to be changes off the back of AFCON. So let's jump into the team sheet and have a look. Now, this was the team that started, or was this the team I would have started, last week. If we take it back to what started, it was Sangaré and pretty much, yeah, I actually called it pretty good last week. I'd have been more than happy to continue with that team. I thought this team played absolutely fantastic against Spurs. Every man, every boy, well, they were all men there. Actually, no, it wasn't. You lot, someone was about to type a correction in the chat. You can't type it now because I saw the mistake. So anyway, would I make any changes for this game? I would say, obviously, Sangaré has to come out. So who replaces him? For me, it's going to have to be Douglas Luiz. Dominguez, I don't know where he was last game. There was no talks about his injury or anything like that. I think he's probably available. I don't know if you guys heard anything. But that is the only change I would make. We don't need to overdo the changes if the team was ticking nicely. Now, that is a big piece we're taking out. Sangaré was miles ahead in terms of man of the match for me, amongst a lot of good performances. But I don't want to tweak it too much. I think keep it nice and simple. Now, why was Sangaré so good in that last match? This is a conversation we need to have, right? So that's my team, by the way. Let me know if you agree or not. And it's mainly because Sangaré was playing in the 8 position, more so than in the 6. I felt like Anderson was doing a lot of the holding work and the quarterback work, and then Sangaré was kind of mopping up, getting forward, box crashing, which we haven't had for ages. And I really like that. A lot of praise needs to go for Dyche for recognizing that trait in Sangaré. So if you bring Douglas Luiz in, I think Douglas Luiz is a better 8 than a 6. And if you speak to a lot of Villa fans, I tend to think they would agree with me. Douglas Luiz can come in and just float straight into that Sangaré position and get himself in and box crashing and things like that. And we can cause some chances. What I really liked about the last performance was there was so many times there was 5, 6, 7 sometimes of Forest players in the Spurs box, and then you had 2 outside on the edge of the D, and then you had Milenkovic and Murillo holding, the halfway line. It's like complete opposite to what Dyche ball is. And I'm there for it. That's the kind of football I like. I just want to see, the only thing I would add is I want to see Bakwa get some minutes at some point in this game. I'm not saying he needs to start, but we need to start bringing these wingers into the games so they can start getting a feel for the team and the pitch and, start building chemistry. So I'm actually looking forward to this game. But I always think Fulham away is a tough game. It doesn't matter what form you're in, good, bad, or indifferent. Fulham is tough. You can be top of the league. You can be fighting for titles. I've seen them beat Arsenal last season. And under Marco Silva, and I've made no secrets, he's the manager I want at Forest, and I still do want him. Him with a good squad would be absolutely amazing. But we are where we are right now. This is going to be a tough match. But I think we can do it. I think those key missing players is enough to just tilt this slightly in our favour. And just looking at Fulham's form, it's pretty good as well. They've won 3 out of their last 5. Okay, one of them was Spurs. That's a free win as we got ours last weekend. Sorry, I still have to have digs at Spurs. I think it's going to be a tight game. Maybe we can bring Cooper back so he can give an assist to the thrower and Zink can get his goal. That was a great game. I'd take a 1-0 like that again. And that was Fulham like flying top of the league with Mitrovic, etc. So I'm going to go 2-1 Forest on this one. I just got a good feeling about this game. get your predictions in. So, if you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You know the drill. Also, if you haven't seen me laughing and reacting to the Spurs fans, go check the video out. I'll leave it on the end screen. And I actually reacted to myself as well. I didn't want to do that, but I suddenly popped up. I don't know how you guys watch me, but thank you all for your love and support. We'll see you on the next video. And go get your tickets for the free prize draw for the Forest home, away, and third kit. Come on, you Reds.